want to start off saying thank you to Throttle, Black Rifle Coffee, and Fuel for putting this together and building a dream for a veteran or an active duty member. And thank you for taking the time to view my submission. A little background on my car. That is a 1996 Acura Integra that I've got right after I moved from Japan to the United States on one of my assignments. I had that car for a good 5 years before I moved back overseas, where I put it in storage in the condition it was. So a little background on my car. After I came back from Japan, and while I was stationed in Japan, I owned a four-door Integra Type R that I couldn't bring back. So what I ended up doing is tearing it apart and bringing pieces back and putting it into that car. Now, when I moved to the States, I had bought a truck and it was getting pretty expensive to put fuel in it. So I wanted something sporty to drive to work. So I was on the hunt for an Integra, which I wanted a four-door. I wanted another four-door. So I looked for a couple months and I happened to find one. I remember driving it home and excited to put those pieces I brought from Japan into it. So as I made progress and started putting those pieces in, my car started transforming. I do have a picture of it. This is the condition it was when I got home. Put it in a drive. I was so excited that I got this car for such a good deal. After I put certain pieces on it, I just remember driving it around, loving that car. And it came to my brother had moved and he recently got a job, and he asked if he could borrow a car to get to and from work. And I was just happy to help him out and said, yeah, man, just go ahead, take it, let me know. Well, on the way to work one day, he gives me a call and he goes, hey, man, did you happen to take the car back? And I was like, no, man, why would I take the car back? I'll let you borrow it so you can get to and from work until you get your feet and that you can get your own car. And he goes, well, it's not here. I was like, you're joking, bro. And he goes, no, man, I think somebody stole it. So I went over to his apartment and was talking to the police, trying to report it. Reported the VIN, reported what it looked like, what it had in it. And they suggested to put, and at the time, Craigslist was pretty popular, a bolo out for the car. So I posted that out, posted it on Facebook, and that was it. I was pretty sad. I was like, yeah, that car's gone. I'm never going to see it again. Come to find out, somebody hit me up on Craigslist and said, hey, I think I found your car. It's parked over here. Sent me a picture of it. And I remember hopping in a car with a friend from work and went to go down and pick it up, and there it was. It was missing a lot. It was missing some of those Type R goodies that I had put in. It's missing the stereo, missing the battery, but I got it back, and I was eager to put it back on the road. I was just so sad, and I just bought whatever stuff I could find at the junkyard to put it back together. So fast forward a couple more months, I had a cousin come into town, and he invites me to go meet him downtown Las Vegas. And he goes, hey, having a birthday party, come to celebrate. Took us a while to get into where we were at, parked it at a hotel that I was at, and had a little fun with him. And then I just remember ready to go home. Mind you, only 2 hours had passed. And I go out to the parking lot and I can't find my car. My brother was with me again. And he's like, hey, you didn't park here, man. I was like, no, I did. I know I did. And I searched. I went to security that day, and they told me they see a video of somebody getting into the car and driving off. I was there until 6 in the morning doing a police report, following my car. Called my brother-in-law that lived nearby to come pick me up, to take me and my brother home. I remember getting a call from the police. It said, "Hey, we found your car." I was like, "Okay, what condition is it at?" And they said, "Bring a trailer. Look, it's really bad." And it's sad. My brother-in-law, calling him back up. He comes with his truck and trailer, grabs some wheels out of my garage that I had just to put it on, and roll it up onto the trailer. And at this time, I was like, man, this car is so far gone. Well, my brother-in-law he saw some scrapes on the asphalt, and he follows it for a good 15-20 minutes. And he calls me up and he goes, "Hey, I found the house." I was like, "What house?" He says, "I think I found the house where they took your car apart at." We ended up going over there, and I see oil on the ground, look pretty fresh, no car in sight. And as I'm walking near the house, on the side of the house, I see an engine and transmission. My engine and transmission. I look at the VIN to verify it, and there it was on the block. And called the cops, and somebody was arrested that was staying at the house that was involved in stripping down my car. I took that car home, and it sat, and it has sat for since then. So how expensive it is and the way that I left it. Over the last, I'm gonna say 10 years, I've collected parts for this car. I've built a motor for it. Want to go all-wheel drive in it, but I just been overseas, and now I'm looking at the end of my Air Force career and about to retire. And I'm cautious on like what I spend my money on. Like I have all these parts, but I just don't have the car with me. It's back home in storage. So what I like to do with this car is finally put the car back together. Go over it because I never went over what was done to the car. It was pretty severely damaged when got to it. And I mean by damage, but like cut wiring and taken apart. And what I want to do to that car is I have a motor that's built for turbo. I have a turbo kit for it. Some pieces are still missing. I want to go all-wheel drive in it. I do have the all-wheel drive transmission. I just don't have the kit to go to the back. And again, I just don't want to spend money at the moment because I'm looking to retire in the Air Force here in a year or two. So again, thank you for taking the time to view my submission, and thank you for again making this opportunity for those that may be in need. And hopefully this story helps you guys, or helps you guys make a decision, I should say. And thank you again. Thank you for this opportunity. And if I don't win, I hope I get to view your video on who does win, and see their build and their dream come true. All right. God bless.